what is new for today. I guess as expected, a lot of COVID-19 stuff as usual, although this one is probably going to make a lot of people afraid. This one here says COVID-19 outbreak identified at Vancouver food processing plant. Vancouver Coastal Health Public Health has declared an outbreak of COVID-19 among staff working at the United Poultry Company, a chicken processing plant located at 534 East Cordova Street, Vancouver. To date, 28 employees at the facility have tested positive for COVID-19. All employees at the facility are being managed as either COVID-19 cases or close contacts and have been told to self-isolate. 28 employees, huh? That's pretty much like what? Almost the entire factory, I guess you could say, that you'd have to shut down afterwards. Would this make actually people terrified about eating, I guess, chicken and stuff in general as well? Although it does make me wonder if technically the product is contaminated for whatever reason. Like, sounds gross, but like, I don't know. Imagine somebody sneezed on it or something like that. Shouldn't technically the heat kill it as well? Like when people cook it? I would imagine it's more about the packaging and stuff, correct? I guess that potential panic is why they added this line too. It says, according to the Canadian Food Inspection Agency, there is no evidence to suggest that food is likely source or route of transmission for the virus. At this time, there have been no reported case of food or food packaging being associated with the transmission of COVID-19. Therefore, no recall of chicken products distributed from this plant is required. And basically they tell you to do the basic stuff, wash your hands and so forth, cook meat thoroughly, etc., etc. With that in mind, with all the social distancing and all that, more police forces are using things like drones to encourage people, I guess, or possibly find them if they're insisting and staying bundled up together. Although this one's kind of interesting because in Italy, they basically released some footage. It seems like a lot of people are actually doing that to show people like, this is what we're doing, like in the police department. 2 drones piloted by operators from the Rimini local police who seized parks and beaches from above to report in real time to the agents operating on the ground people who were illegally located on the beach and in the public parks. So to my understanding, there is like a lockdown there, correct? Like in that area, and I guess people are insisting in going out. And the funny thing, I guess, with this footage is you can see them using it. Like a guy, I guess, just laying there on the beach getting a suntan or whatever. The drone's getting the aerial view, and then look at these police just going in with their vehicles. It's like a drug bust or something. And I guess they find the person as well. People just sitting on the, I guess, the park bench doing something, and they look so freaked out like afterwards, like, oh, I'll return home. I guess in general, the public is really against that overall, it seems like, just by some of the reactions that I've seen online. Although one of the interesting things about this one that actually caught my attention, funny enough, was a drone they were using. It didn't look like it was a DJI drone. This one seemed like it was actually Parrot drones, at least for one of them anyways. The other one, the white one, I can't actually tell exactly which one that is specifically, like the model and all that. Although it is, I guess, interesting to see that there are other drones that people are using other than the DJI ones, for example, because maybe it's due to that story like yesterday where they were actually giving authority figures their drones like as loaners, whereas these ones I would assume is actually part of the force. You guys remember too, Parrot actually got that contract, for example, like in the US or something like that, to develop government drones based on their existing technology. So it makes you wonder, in this case, if they actually have more stuff in the back. I never tried the ANAFI, for example, but I heard it's actually really quiet. It's just kind of funny to think about, again, here with law enforcement and stuff using drones near people, whereas just a few weeks ago, people would be screaming murder and so forth, where these things could kill you, they spawn you, yet now they seem like, oh, it's perfectly normal. It's a complete reverse. Before, it was fear and hysteria that caused things like, I guess, drones to be over-regulated and people thinking like over-sensational examples of them dropping airplanes and all that. Whereas now, it's fear that's encouraging people to actually use it. On a side note about that too, just in terms of, I guess, flying drones and stuff like in Canada, I've actually been getting a lot more messages from people just wondering about the process, who to trust, because they don't want to be, I guess, taken advantage of financially. That's kind of interesting. Actually, interestingly enough, there's actually comments for you guys. Basically, some people just doing research and stuff like that, and they said they learned so much just from you guys commenting on the videos. So there you go. I guess that's another way to find some trustworthy people that are here watching. Because from what I gather here too, just from reading the comments and understanding people's backgrounds and all that, it seems like most people here want, in some ways, to make sure things are actually based on things like safety while encouraging people to use it in a safe way, not over-the-top regulations, versus someone who's basically just all in it for the money and they basically promote every single way just to increase their bottom line, even if it doesn't make sense safety-wise and so forth. Hey, this is that squirrel that lost a tail. So it's alive and well for one of you that were wondering as well. Alright, see you guys later.